progressive Democrats, those who are far left. The chairperson name is Amar Shargil. He himself is a chairperson of the Democratic Progressive Caucus. Just now he's replaced by the other person, but he's playing the very powerful role. If you recall that about 3 months back, there was attack happened on Indian embassy. And the Khalistanis, those who attacked the Indian embassy, they were there for 10 days outside the Indian embassy. They made the camp. Not a single arrest was done. In fact, you can see that the government, the people, those who are there, the politicians, everyone, they are speaking the same language what Amar Shargil want. And no arrest was made. Those people were there. The authorities are saying that we are trying to find the people. What you are trying to find the people when those people are already sitting outside, arrest them and talk to them and you'll get all the information. Now, it is very sad that on July 2nd, night time, again, this thing was repeated. And till today, no arrest has been done. And sad part is when the United States Secretary, when he's spoken about this, he was condemning it. He did not use the word Khalistani. In fact, knowing the fact that Khalistanis are involved there and who are behind this thing, one thing I want to mention to you, that 6 are my brothers. I work very closely with them. There are very few elements who are trying to create the disturbance and creating the very difficult scenario for all the Indian community as well as the Sikh. So right now, when we look into the certain elements, especially those from Khalistani, they are in politics. And they support heavily my opponent, Rokhana. And that's the whole reason he don't speak a single word about it.
Mr. Tandon, I have a question. What you are suggesting is that these Khalistani elements actually have protection from the establishment, the Democrat establishment there. Now, Amar Shargil, or the name that you gave, might be a politician. But the vandals who carried out the act of arson, you are saying, or you suggesting that they are identified people, or the police, local police knows them and is not acting against them?
So what I mean to say that last time in the March when it happened, those people were clearly identified. In this one, I won't say that they are identified, but people exactly know who they are. When we look into the Khalistanis and other people, there are the technology exists. We can find out who were there in that time, whose phone was used. There are many technologies, we can track them out. But today, more than 3 days are over. Nobody has done any single thing. Not only this part, not a major US media has covered or said the single sentence against them. So what I mean to say that the media, politicians, and all those things, they are playing all those together.
Then my next question is, are they connected with some other anti-India forces and really have a lot of influence over the present government there, and that is the reason why things are not moving on the ground? And if yes, what are you doing about it? What can be done on the ground?
So, very good question you have asked. Recently, Aisha Wahab, who is a recently elected California senator, and she's supported by the Amar Shargil, she introduced a bill, SB 403, and that bill profiled every Indian Americans. In fact, that bill is so dangerous that on the name of discrimination, they are dividing the Indian community and they are targeting and profiling the Indian community. This is just one example I'm giving you. Against that bill, not a single word has been spoken by anyone or any politicians, and they are all flowing very fast. What we are trying to do from our side is we are protesting against the bill. We are taking out the rallies. We are working and talking with the senators that what you are doing is wrong. And also there are certain team members trying to recall the senators. So we are doing everything what we can do here in our capacity. At the same time, when we see the majority of Democrats, majority of especially the left Democrat, I won't say the moderate one, because I am running as a moderate Democrat. When they are all together, the forces behind them is together, and they are behind the Khalistani, I think we are losing the battle.
This name that you gave, Aisha Wahab, you're saying she's a senator in California, and are there any linkages she has with the anti-India forces?
So with the Aisha Wahab, I have seen her many times with the Amar Shergill. And Amar Shergill, when he was a chairperson, he endorsed the Aisha Wahab. Not only this part, we have seen the Thimoji Sundarajan, who is a Equality Lab founder. She is behind the bill with the Aisha Wahab, and Thimoji Sundarajan is seen very clearly with the anti-social elements, and especially the Khalistanis.
Right.
So there is a linkage right there, which everybody can see very clearly. And I don't understand why these politicians are taking so long time to come to the conclusion that Bill SB 403, what they are trying to bring, they are targeting. So let me clarify one thing, what I like to say, the bigger picture. Today, 85,000 Indians, Americans waiting for the green card for last 18 years. Nothing has been done by any politician. Prop 16 type of bills, which was introduced by my opponent, Rokhana, that targets directly Asian American children. I'm very glad that Supreme Court came up with the affirmative action story where they have banned the race-based admission. Otherwise, our Asian children, they were suffering. Third, I want to say, bill like SB 403, not a single word to stop or condemn that bill. And fourth thing, which is the worst part, is last time also when the attack happened on Indian embassy, and we know who did it, Khalistanis, and attack happened now on Indian embassy, not a single word from my opponent Rokhana. So what I mean to say that these are all together on the backhand. I want them basically just work for the people, work for the common people, instead of sitting quiet and doing nothing.
Right, Mr. Tandon, we hope to have Mr. Rokhanda also sometime on our broadcast, and perhaps he would be able to answer some of these questions raised by you. But the suggestion that you have made that these anti-India forces work in cahoots, both inside the legislature there in California and outside, and maybe they have backed some of these vandals. That's worrisome. Hopefully the agencies both in India and the United States would take note of it, and we'll come back to you once your rally is over. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Ritesh Tandon, US Congressional candidate of California, 17th District, a Democrat at that, joining us there from United States. Thank you so much for joining us.